Sorry, sorry to keep you waiting. It's Coach Josh here, live from Training for Warriors Portland, and I wanted to answer some questions regarding food and what to eat before and after your workout. It's a big topic. A lot of people have different opinions, and I'm going to share some of mine with you, some ideas that I have, and how to approach this. So first, we're talking about eating usually before and after a workout, and it really depends on what your goals are. And if you understand...
Hi, Pam.
Hi, Pam. Good to see you. If we're talking about eating for fat loss, or you're trying to really stay lean, well then, here's a couple of things I might suggest. Now, if you're just starting out training, you're just new to lifting and getting into it, no food before, and then a normal meal within an hour after your workout. You're gonna be more insulin sensitive after your workout, so you wanna get that food in pretty quick to maximize your benefits from your training, but you're not really working that hard.
Dina's on.
Oh, hey Dan.
Dina.
It's good to see you. Oh. And then if you've been training for a little bit while and you've been lifting for a little bit longer, then I said 3 to 9 months here, but it's usually been get some momentum in your training. I would go to no food before, BCAAs during, and then your normal meal afterwards, again within an hour. And BCAAs, that's a supplement, amino acids that helps you preserve the lean muscles. It's sort of a protein precursor, and it's going to keep you from losing any of those gains while you're training, and you just eat your normal meal afterwards. So it's a supplement. It's really cheap. You can get them at almost any vitamin shop.
Michelle says hi.
Hi, Michelle. So we've got no food before, BCAAs during, and then your normal meals afterwards. And then I've come down to a year of training, so you're really getting kind of seasoned. You're working hard. You're feeling confident in your training. You're getting a lot from it. And I still would do, if you're trying to stay lean, no food before, BCAAs during, and then some protein and carbs afterwards, because you're insulin sensitive. You want to get keep that muscle building process happening, and you're going to eat a meal that's like chicken and rice is a classic protein and carb meal, but anything that makes you feel good in the protein and carb category. Now, the next category of goals is eating for gains or performance. This is my favorite. This is where I'm at, and I love talking about it, and I love people that get after it. So if you're trying to get the maximum amount of muscle building and performance out of your workout, what you want to do is carbs prior. And when I mean carbs prior, I mean like eating some if you got some nice breakfast oatmeal cookies that we make. I have a recipe I've been sharing with people, or something like brown rice or white rice. Something that makes you feel good. It's a simple carb that will load up your muscles with glycogen so that you can really get on top of it and feel strong in your workout. So hitting some carbs before, and then again BCAAs during your workout, and then protein and carbs immediately afterwards. So loading up the muscles with energy, keeping everything going while you're training, and then protein and carbs afterwards. So that's sort of like your baseline formula for success.
Adrian says hi.
Hey, yo Adrian.
Hey, question from Michelle. When you say no food before, is there a time frame you're working around?
No, I'm just saying you don't have to eat. If your goal is to stay lean, that just means don't eat before your training. If you're working out in the afternoon, eat lunch and do your normal thing. So like this is usually within 30 minutes or an hour if you're trying to eat before your workout. If you're eating more than an hour ahead of time, you're probably not going to feel full while you're training. It's not going to affect anything. So before more than an hour before your workout, that's the time frame that I think that we're talking about here. So loading up the muscles with glycogen, preserving them when I train, and fueling recovery immediately afterwards. To step that up a little bit, if I'm still trying to eat for performance and get the most out of it, carbs prior, some healthy, simple carbs, branched chain amino acids plus carbohydrates during the workout. So then I'm just taking something like dextrose, 10 grams of sugar, putting it in my workout shaker, so I'm hydrating, getting a little BCAAs and carbohydrates, so I'm staying fueled while I'm training, especially if I'm training for a long time. So if I'm training for 45 minutes, an hour, hour and a half, then carbs while I train, and then protein and carbohydrates afterwards, just like we're talking about within an hour after your training is done. And then the penultimate, carbs before, PCA carbs during, and then I like to slide in a post-workout smoothie right after my workout is finished. So I like kind of a more carb-heavy smoothie with protein. So think a lot of fruit. Think of Like, I like to sometimes I'll even put ice cream in it if I'm really trying to get after the gains. Lots of calories, and then I'm fresh out of a workout, so I'm really hungry. So I drink that shake within like 30 minutes, and then I have a normal meal again afterwards. So I'm like sneaking in like a whole extra meal. So that's the ultimate in eating for gains. So these are two philosophies, like depending on which direction you're trying to go. If you're trying to stay lean, if you're trying to get absolutely the most muscle build and performance.
Oh, John's here too.
Hey John, good to see you. Hopefully we're telling you stuff you already know, but this is the way that I would eat. And again, what makes you feel good? So I can eat a burrito and do some squats. If you're very sensitive, then go by that. You don't want to get nauseous. You don't have anything impacting your training negatively. So make sure you're listening to your body on this. And if you need to train with energy, then ignore that. Like you have to feel good during your workout. You don't want to feel weak or nauseous or kind of get in the way of your training. So if you need to eat before, and you know that, then ignore this and do what makes you feel good, and then maximize the other things that you're doing in your diet to get to your goals. Whew! That was a lot of stuff. But I hope I cleared some things up and answered some questions regarding what to eat around your workouts. If you have any more questions, go ahead and post them, and I'll check this out during the day and see if I can answer anything, and I'll throw up some recipes too for stuff to do before and after. But this is Coach Josh, live from Training for Warriors Portland, helping you bring out the warrior within.